I will be 100 years old and never forget the day that I watched terrorists storm the U.S. Capitol. They smeared the walls with poo, killed an officer, I guess blue lives don't matter, and cosplayed wearing furs and carrying weapons with every intention of killing our elected officials, including our vice president and his wife, who happened to be in the building at the time. We watched as these terrorists live streamed their actions, took selfies, and were convinced that they were right to do what they were doing. We were basically watching the actual culmination of a slow moving coup attempt in the United States. And in fact, I had been saying over and over again, this is a coup attempt for months now. For months, we've been saying this. And so, yeah, there's also that. I'm working on this episode on a beautiful day here in Denver from one of my favorite patios. What strikes me as I sip my coffee, speak with my barista, and am greeted by neighbors is how we're all trying to pretend like it's business as usual. In fact, the week of the coup attempt, someone said on social media, should we still be working? As we all watched in shock, because for Americans, we do like our work. In this episode, and it's a short one, I kind of want to touch on pretending it's business as usual. Again, I'm keeping this episode short. The truth is, I actually have a lot to say, but for once, I'm really unwilling to share everything that is on my mind right now. Until I see Joe Biden's wrinkled old hand on the Bible, I have no faith in a calm transition of power. I never realized how much I took the peaceful transition of power for granted until this year. This whole experience and past 4 years has me reevaluating everything: the people that I deal with and their belief systems, what I'm willing to tolerate, when I need to speak up, how I'm complicit or not complicit in situations such as the one that we're in right now. In the end, I will say this: I'm exhausted. The last 4 years has been a constant barrage of crazy. Each day I would wake up and think, what happened last night? What am I going to wake up to? This is daily, like every single day. I would wake up and wonder this. Can you imagine how exhausting that is? I lived with a constant low grade sense of dread. And I realized that I was also dealing with depression even worse than when I burned out from my old career. I recognized the signs. I couldn't sleep. I'm anxious, or rather, I can't sleep. I'm anxious. I often feel like crying randomly because apparently you can burn out from your country. It hasn't been fun living through a plague, COVID, being an unwilling extra in the show The Stand or a Mad Max movie while going through a coup attempt and basically recession slash depression, depending on the type of job that or career that you have. It's just a little too much. My friends in other countries don't even have the language to have conversations with me or console me during this time. And honestly, they would have had to go through a similar experience to do that. And I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Real talk, I'm not doing well. So for the next couple of days, I will hold my breath and wait. Do I believe that some crazy shit might happen between now and Wednesday? Unfortunately, yes. But as I mentioned in a previous episode that I released before the election called What Happens Next, we'll continue on. Thank you for listening to this short and sweet episode. Wish us luck. It's going to be a wild next couple of days, and quite honestly, a wild next couple of years. We have a lot that we have to work through, and it's on my mind. I think about it quite a bit. So thank you for listening. Have a beautiful day.